Shocking news comes from the United States and immediately shakes the hearts of millions of BTS fans around the world. What really happened that made Jungkook, the golden magne, unable to hold back his tears in front of the camera? Why did the words he spoke that night break the hearts of armies across the globe? These questions keep echoing on social media, triggering an unstoppable wave of speculation and concern. Everyone wants to know the truth behind the heartbreaking moment that has now become a global spotlight. This incident occurred while Jungkook was in America, undergoing a series of activities that were previously predicted to be full of happiness and pride for his fans. However, no one expected that behind the camera flashes and the smile he always displayed, there was a heavy burden he had been carrying alone. That night, during an exclusive live interview, Jungkook suddenly fell silent, his eyes welling up, his voice trembling, before tears finally rolled down his cheeks in front of millions of viewers watching the moment in real time. The words that came out of his mouth afterward were not only touching but shattered the hearts of armies who heard them. "I just want everyone to know that I'm not always as strong as you think I am," said Jungkook with a hoarse voice, lowering his head as if trying to hold back the uncontrollable emotions. The sentence was simple, but its impact was enormous. Armies watching live admitted to feeling a pain in their chest, as if they were sharing every wound Jungkook had been hiding behind his smile and laughter that he always gave in public. This moment quickly went viral, creating a storm of emotions across all social media platforms. Many fans admitted they cried together with Jungkook that night, feeling helpless watching their idol so fragile before the world. But what made this event even more shocking was the mystery behind those tears. What really happened in America? Was there something weighing down Jungkook so much that he could no longer hold back his emotions? Several sources stated that before the interview began, Jungkook was seen spending time alone in the waiting room, looking restless and constantly staring at his phone. There were also rumors that Jungkook had just received shocking news related to someone very close to him. However, until now, there has been no official confirmation about it. Speculation continues to grow, making armies even more curious and anxious, as this isn't the first time Jungkook has shown his vulnerable side in recent months. Amid all the confusion, many fans recalled Jungkook's previous words in several occasions, when he said that being part of BTS was his greatest happiness, but also the biggest responsibility that sometimes made it hard for him to breathe. Was that night the moment when all the pressure he had been holding in finally exploded uncontrollably? Or was there another reason, something more personal, that he had been keeping tightly locked away, unknown to anyone? What's certain is that the sight of Jungkook crying in front of the camera is not something easy to forget. Armies who witnessed the event felt as if the world stopped spinning, as if they wanted to run to Jungkook and tell him that he didn't always have to be strong, that he had the right to feel weak, that he wasn't alone. But thousands of miles separated them, and what remained was a pain that couldn't be healed with sweet words alone. Various media outlets began digging into the incident, interviewing people close to Jungkook in America, trying to uncover what really happened. Yet, all they received were vague answers. Big Hit's management only released a brief statement, saying that Jungkook was in a sensitive emotional state and asked everyone to give him space. The statement did not calm anyone down, instead adding more curiosity and public concern. Now, the world is waiting for answers. Will Jungkook appear again to explain the reason behind his tears? Were the words he spoke that night just the tip of the iceberg of the pain he had been holding alone all this time? Or is there something bigger that has remained unknown to the public, something that might change the way the world sees Jungkook forever? One thing is certain, this moment has left a deep mark on every army's heart. Those who are used to seeing Jungkook as a cheerful figure, full of energy, always giving strength to others, are now faced with the reality that even their idol can break under pressure. Those words, "I'm not always as strong as you think I am," are now engraved in the memories of millions, a reminder that behind the grand stage and glittering lights, there is a human being who can also hurt, cry, and need sincere support. Will the world ever get the answers to all these lingering questions? Will Jungkook smile again like he used to? Or will the incident in America become a turning point in his life and in BTS's relationship with their fans? Only time will tell, but until that day comes, The tears from that night will remain a haunting mystery in the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. Speculations about Jungkook's tears continue to swirl, with fans and media outlets tirelessly searching for clues that might explain the heartbreaking scene. Witnesses at the venue described a tense atmosphere before the interview, claiming that Jungkook appeared distant, his usual bright demeanor replaced by a quiet, heavy presence that no one dared to disturb. Even the staff around him seemed unsure of how to comfort him, as if they understood something deeper was weighing on his mind. Some fans believe that Jungkook's emotional breakdown is connected to personal struggles he has been battling privately, far from the public eye. Others speculate it might be tied to the immense pressure of his career, constantly being in the spotlight and living up to expectations that seem almost impossible for one person to bear. Yet, no one knows for certain, and Big Hit's silence on the matter has only fueled more theories. Meanwhile, armies across the globe have united in sending messages of love and support, flooding social media with heartfelt posts, videos, and artworks dedicated to Jungkook. Many have expressed their wish to protect him from the relentless pressures of fame, hoping he finds the comfort and healing he needs. But the biggest question remains: will Jungkook open up about the true reason behind those tears, or will this painful moment remain an untold story in his journey? After days of chaos and panic flooding social media timelines, the truth behind the news about Jungkook crying in front of the camera has finally been revealed. What millions of people had believed, what once shattered armies' hearts into pieces, turned out to not be entirely true. The information that went viral had been twisted, misunderstood, and even spiced up with dramatic embellishments, creating a narrative far from reality. A few days after the video that was said to show Jungkook crying spread widely, official sources and several eyewitnesses began to clarify the situation. Big Hit Music finally released an official statement denying that Jungkook cried because of personal reasons or due to unbearable pressure breaking him emotionally. According to their statement, the viral moment was taken from a video clip deliberately cut and shared out of context, creating a misleading impression for the public. And the full recording later published by official media. It became clear that Jungkook was actually talking about a touching moment he experienced with fans during his visit to America. He expressed how grateful he felt to receive such immense love from armies around the world, and when he lowered his head and his voice trembled, it wasn't because of deep sadness or emotional pain, but because of overwhelming gratitude and pride. The tears that might have been visible at the corner of his eyes were tears of happiness, not the heartbreaking sorrow many headlines claimed. This misunderstanding grew bigger when several anonymous social media accounts started spreading a different narrative, claiming that Jungkook had just received bad news or was going through heavy personal issues. These claims were made without solid evidence, based solely on a short, edited clip designed to look dramatic. Within hours, the rumor spread rapidly, fueled by various speculations that triggered panic among armies and the general public. In an exclusive interview days later, Jungkook addressed the rumor calmly and wisely. He stated that he was indeed very emotional at that moment because he felt deeply touched by the incredible love from fans, but he firmly clarified that he was perfectly fine and that there were no serious issues as reported. "I want everyone to know that I wasn't sad or overwhelmed like you thought. I just felt so thankful and emotional, that's all," he said with a reassuring smile for his fans. It brought both relief and anger to many armies towards those who deliberately spread false news. Many expressed regret over how a small video clip could be misinterpreted and turned into such a sensational headline, hurting millions of people who love Jungkook dearly. This incident served as another reminder of how quickly misleading information can spread in the digital era and how a false narrative can shake the world in minutes. Media experts also highlighted this case as a real example of how dangerous unverified news can be. A media analyst in America stated that the viral video had been edited in a way that removed important context, triggering viewers' emotions and creating a false story. This is the risk of the viral age, where emotions often overpower facts and the truth gets buried under sensation. He explained in a TV interview. Armies worldwide then moved to clear Jungkook's name and help spread the official clarification. Many hope this incident would serve as an important lesson that not everything seen online should be believed without checking valid sources first. Now that the truth has surfaced, the situation is finally calming down. JUNGKOOK himself continues to show professionalism, carrying on with his activities in America with great spirit and a genuine smile. Even though he was shaken by the circulating rumors, he assured fans that his love for ARMYs will never change and that they don't need to worry over baseless stories. "I know you're always there for me, so I want you to know that I'm doing just fine," he said, ending his latest interview with a warm smile. This story serves as a valuable reminder that not every heartbreaking headline is true. Sometimes, a small fragment of reality can be turned into a huge drama that shakes the world simply because too many people rush to spread it without seeking the truth first. In JUNGKOOK's case, although it initially shattered millions of ARMY hearts, reality eventually proved that their idol remains strong, happy, and surrounded by the genuine love of his fans. And in the end, that's the most important truth of all. JUNGKOOK is okay, and ARMY's love remains his irreplaceable source of strength.